Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am coming to you guys with a review on the new Milani limited edition rose powder blushes. Whew, that was definitely a lot to talk and say out loud. But these are what these look like right now. I'm going to go through this as quickly as possible, show you the colors, do up close swatches as best as I can, and then I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about each and then kind of do a comparison to last year's blushes as well, which I have here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you each color and kind of give you a rundown about what I think of each one. So we have this one here. I guess now that I look at it, they come in numerical order. So there was 1 through 4, which was a part of last year's limited edition collection, which was released around the same time. And then there's 5 through 8. Yeah. So I'm going to try and go through them in order. I'm going to start off with number 5, which is it showing up? Is Coral Cove, a 05, and this is a gorgeous coral orange color. Not sure if the color is pulling up correctly, but it is a gorgeous color. I'm going to go ahead and swatch that for you there. Okay. The next one is number 06, Lady Rouge. And this reminds me a lot of the Coral Cove, but it's a deeper color, almost red. It's kind of a red orangey toned shade. That's this color right here. So as you can see in the swatch, definitely different. The next one is Love Potion, and I actually had this in, I didn't post a picture of it, dang it. Okay, but anyway, this is a gorgeous kind of a hot pink tone, and one of my favorites, but also very bold. It's like a hot pink, almost bordering kind of magenta in a way, kind of fuchsia-ish almost maybe. And then Tea Rose. Let's see, do I have enough fingers? And this is a kind of rose pink hued blush. That's that one here on the bottom. So those are the swatches here. And I'm going to talk about each one. Coral Cove, those of you that love coral blushes, this is definitely an awesome blush. Super pigmented, very bold in shade. So, you know, a little tap of in the color with a brush, and I suggest using a stippling type brush, maybe something like this, or something stippling that you can tap and then buff it in so that it disperses the color really nicely. But a very bold orangey toned shade. Lady Rouge again is kind of a orangey red tone, so it's like a red orange, more red than orange, but it is a gorgeous shade. Love Potion again, a magenta kind of hot pink, and then Tea Rose is more of a muted rose toned pink. Now these are available right now on Milani's website for $7.99, and you can go to MilaniCosmetics.com to check that out. Select Walgreens stores are also going to be receiving these in stock. I know that they are not supposed to be released until March, but a few of my friends have already seen them in their local Walgreens, so you can definitely check that out. Now, if you are familiar with last year's collection, this collection is bright and bold, very spring, very pretty, but definitely a brighter, bolder type collection. Last year's collection has a lot more wearable shades. and this is what they look like here from last year. You have this one here, which I love to use. It's like a bronze with gold shimmer. Then you have a Bella Rosa, which is one of my favorites, as well as Flora Passion. They do have a difference in tone, but these are more wearable shades. Romantic Rose, of course, is one of my favorites. I have raved about it before. Now, here's the deal with these blushes. They are the same size as last year's blushes. Again, like I said, this year's collection is a lot more bolder in tone of color, but as you can tell from my swatches, they're quite patchy. Last year's ones were pretty patchy as well, but I've been using them quite a bit, and even if I haven't put a dent in last year's blushes, I did notice that the texture of them kind of changed the further down I got into the actual blush. But they are patchy. They're definitely a blush you want to add to your collection if you are a collector or a makeup addict like I am. They are gorgeous. Packaging phenomenal as well. That awesome Milani gold packaging that you get. The only thing is, like I mentioned, is that they do look a little patchy. So, you know, you definitely want to blend it out, and I'm going to blend these a little so you can see. You know, great for a pop of color. Definitely you want to apply it with a stippling brush or a blush. I'm going to go a blush brush. I'm going to use Love Potion, which is that hot pink, and I'm going to go ahead and just dab some color on here. Tap it off because there is a lot, and then tap it down, and I'm going to show you guys. It can apply a tad bit. Let me grab a mirror so you see what I'm doing. It can have a almost patchy look when you're putting it on, but with the right blush and a lot of blending, it blends out very nicely. For a great flush of color. Take your time, build the color up. This is not something that you're gonna take and be like all over, because it is highly pigmented. The patchiness can be worked on. I honestly think that the reason why these have a patchy tone to it is because it's not flat and because of the embossment. Now, I might be wrong, but if I just take one area to swatch it, it swatches. Hold on, that didn't even. If I take one area and swatch it, it swatches a lot more even instead of doing like this and then trying to swatch it. So I think a lot of it has to do with the actual embossment on the packaging itself. If I had to rate these, obviously, again, last year's collection did make my best of 2013. I do love these, but at $8 they are pricey. If you had to choose one shade, I'm going to tell you that if you love blush every day and you're looking for something wearable, Tea Rose is definitely an awesome shade. I'm actually going to layer this over Love Potion so you can see. See all of that powder? It is very powdery. There we go. So it's I would definitely suggest Tea Rose, as if you could only choose one and only wanted to choose one, this would probably be my favorite. If you're looking for something more bold, wham, bam, thank you ma'am, then I would probably go with Lady Rouge or Love Potion. And then if you want something bold but you are a corally person, I would go with Coral Cove. Make sure to tap off your brush when you do this and, you know, build the color up. A little goes a long way with this. If you haven't noticed, I have nothing on my face. I just added it and I can see punches of color there, which is the same that happened with last year's collection as well. But again, like I said, as I started to get further down in my pots from last year's collection, I did notice that that patchy powderiness had left. It is still very powdery, so that's why I suggest a stippling brush when you're applying these. Again, $7.99, limited edition. Once they're gone, they're gone. So if you love cute stuff like this in packaging, I would definitely suggest it. If you are not big on the packaging and you're looking to just pick up a blush, I again gave you suggestions for that. If you are looking to choose between the new baked matte blushes and these limited edition blushes, I would go with the baked matte blushes. I am in love with them. I love these equally because I love blush, but I would definitely pick up the baked matte blushes now that I know the difference, and I have done a tutorial with that as well. But I like them. I like them. Sparkle rating, I would probably give them a 3.9 to 4, which is not the highest. So let me get in really close so that I can kind of show you. You would definitely have to blend this out really, really well. I'm going to show you each color up close so that you can see. Again, this is Coral Cove. And as you can see, I mean, the embossment on here is beautiful. You get 0.6 ounces worth of product, or 17 grams. This is Lady Rouge, which is that orangey red or red orange shade. Again, very gorgeous. Love Potion. It's beautiful, like hot pink. And Tea Rose, which is a nice rose pink. So I hope this review helped you guys. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down below. I am loving them regardless. I loved the first edition, and so I think, to me, these are awesome. But I know how to work with them already. So if you are somebody who is not really familiar with overly powdered blushes, then this may not work for you, and I definitely suggest you getting one of the matte baked blushes, which I have a review on as well, so you can check that out, and I'll leave that link down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions, if you've tried any of these, what your favorite color is, or which one you have tried, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.